So, Matthaus, 94 rated, very expensive. Well, I say very expensive, 1,000,000 coins. The question is he worth it? 94 rated, 4-4. He's obviously got the long ball pass, the intercept, and also the pinged pass. So no incisive, no shooting playstyle plus, which is fair enough. In terms of the playstyles, we've got quick step relentless, bit of rapid, first touch press proven, anticipate, intercept, 2 passing, and a power shot. I mean, it's not a bad card to say the least. Role-wise, we're looking at deep line playmaker for both CDM and centre mid. We've got the holding plus on both, the box-to-box plus, and then on the centre-back variation, we've got the ball-playing defender. Now, obviously, he can play the 3 positions, centre-back, CDM, and also centre mid. I'm going to be using him as a centre mid more so than anything. We have got some very, very good stats across the board, as you can imagine. That's kind of the one thing that Matthaus does have, is he's normally a very solid midfielder across the board. Now, obviously, the basic is what people are looking at just to raise everything above 90. Like I say, keeps the 4-star, 4-star. It's a shame he didn't get at least a 5-star weak foot. I could most definitely handle not having a 5-star skiller, but the 5-star weak foot would have been pretty good for him, to be honest. Now, obviously, the big question you're going to have is between the 90 in this version. I still think even to this point, the 90 is a very good potential for an Evo later on down the line. Obviously, we've already had 1 Evo for this version of the centre mid. It's a solid Evo as well. It gives himself the incisive, some bit of passing and dribbling. So that is kind of where I'm looking at for this 90 to go with. Now, obviously, the 94, it's very unlikely that we'll see any sort of Evo anytime soon at 94 especially. And I must admit, the playstyle plus is a decent enough. I think he's going to be decent. I don't think he's going to be one that is just totally unusable. I just think 1,000,000 coins, I would definitely be looking a little bit cheaper, especially with Team of the Season around the corner. Most icons now are not necessarily untouchable anymore, and I think that's kind of like the understatement with most cards, is there is a replacement around the corner for pretty much everybody. Good interception. It's kind of the one thing I love with him. He's great at pushing the ball forward. That's a good ball across goal. It's got a bit. Okay, terrible shot. But I love the 90 for that specific reason as well. The ball carrying-esque ability of him is stunning, and I just forgot how quick of a dribbler he can truly be. Now, shooting-wise is not going to be his forte, unfortunately. As much as I can force, I can push, I can scream, I can kick, he's just not a striker of the ball, especially without the power shot. At least with a previous version, he did have that power shot plus, which just enabled him to have almost that ability, not necessarily even to shoot, just to whack it. Like quite literally, just to be able to whack it was ideal for him. Good ball into Schneider. Can we find the reverse? Lovely. There. Turn, shoot. Good block. Very nice. So, in terms of Matthaus, I always like him. I think he's a great card. He's normally perfect on the ball, and that's where I love him. He's brilliant at just having the ball, and some centre mids are just not like it. They kind of need to get rid of it. He's one of them box-to-boxes and playmakers on the ball that does all of the work and makes it look effortless. Good pass forward. Looking for it. Ooh, a bit of free kick. I don't think he's got free kick capabilities. I mean, you know what? Actually, 99 on there. I think we could get a little bit of summit here. Can we fake it? Oh no, that's going to be too wide. Ooh, up and over. Up and over! Maybe not. Matthaus absolutely sinks one. I'm kind of used to the Ronaldo run-up, so it was a little bit wide, but it absolutely does it. Oh, I love it. Just in general, I'm so taken back from this card with truly how decent he is at the dribbling-esque part of the game, and that's the bit that I really thought he would struggle with most definitely. Kamenvinga, just give it a whack. Hoo-hoo, Schneider. There it is. Lovely little flick. Long ball plus. Into the through ball. Reverse it back to him. Oh, that'd have been beautiful for the power shot. It's probably the only thing. I'm wondering, because obviously a lot of these will get quadruple playstyle pluses with Evos or a kind of another version later on down the line. We got a 96 last year with Matthaus. I can imagine. I've got a feeling that's going to be a challenge. Beautiful. I can imagine a lot of cards are going to be seeing like at least... That's a phenomenal finish. At least a 97 or 98 this year. Like, we're already in such high rateds that I can't see where they could stop the rating going up a little bit. Like, obviously, during Team of the Season, I feel like the minimum rating is going to be like 94 to 95, realistically. Little one over the top. Oh, nearly. And that's kind of... the best cards are going to be into that 96 realm. And I can see them adding up the rating and being like, well, it's going to be like 2 ratings higher than the previous. But he does have a... or she does have a triple play star plus now. So it's that sort of bargaining tip because you've got the extra play star plus, which is fair enough. But I think then you got to think we've got potentially... a shapeshifters, a footies, like we have no World Cup football, no Euro football, so we haven't necessarily got another game type that will stretch the promos to that next level until footies. So more than likely we're just going to have like 3 months of footies like one of the other years that we had, and most definitely I'm happy about that. Like, might as well just give it to the end game card straight away and have your way with it. Like, you're absolutely fantastic then. That was the best bit about it. But then it does beg the question, like I say, what's the next playstyle plus that you need from him? Like, is there anything missing? Like, I would love... Free kick? I would love a power shot, a finesse, something shooting orientated, because when he does inevitably bring the ball forward, it would be nice to have, like here, kind of that zone where I could just absolutely whack it, because that's kind of the Matthaus style in this, and that's been in a long time standing. But... other than that, like, I mean, press proven, a first touch, a relentless, maybe even an anticipate if you go in more heavy defensive on him could work. I think that would be where I'd be looking at the card, really. Can we find one? No. So it is interesting to see where this card could go next. We're going to get another free kick, unless... no, I think another free kick. Can we get Matthaus in here? Is he going to hold the keeper on that side again? Or is he going to let me go for it? I think he's going to let me go for it. We're going to go up and over again. The wall's going to jump, but it doesn't matter because Matthaus has got the up and over down to a T. I don't know why the wall is just not taking that jump. That is a stunner again. I think as well with Matthaus, when you look at him in the middle, he's kind of... he's like any of the other very, very good midfielders in the sense that he just controls everything. When you've got a Patrick, you've got a Hullet, you almost know they're in the midfield. It's the same when you've got like a KDB, a Bellingham. You run everything through them because you know the talent in them is absolutely next level. So you can't, not necessarily that you don't trust any of your other centre mids, but they just so happen to always be everywhere. I feel like that might be a bit of a distance to get away, and it most definitely is the same for all of them. When it comes to all of them top end ones, this could be a distance. This would be perfect if you'd move the keeper a little bit. Could we get it? I might be able to. No, he's jumped the wall this time. Can we find him on the turn though? I was hoping we could shimmy our way through. Finesse. Oh, good save. I'll take it. I was hoping for a hat-trick of free kicks. I don't know if I've ever done that in a review, where they've literally scored a hat-trick of free kicks in one video, but who knows? Maybe it does happen, maybe it doesn't. I'll never make it like I'll have to keep going until we get another one, but it'd be very interesting if he does. That's a great ball. Oh, that's a very, very shame that is. It's a good save. Oh, 4-4, 87th. Matthaus is not lying down just yet. Beautiful play to get to that, even with the red card. We are absolutely trying to storm this as much as possible. So going into the overall for Matthaus then, 1.1, give or take. And to be honest, I think he's around that sort of price. He's most definitely one of the better midfielders that you can get in the game, but there's arguments between some players that are better, and to be honest, if you said that a few FIFAs ago, you'd kind of kick yourself, because Matthaus has always been one of the better, more expensive midfielders that you could ever get. Now when you look at the midfielders you can get, there's just so many options, so many players in different positions as well. It's no longer just a box-to-box or just a cam or just a CDM. There's so many roles, playstyle pluses, just general attributes to a midfielder. Now, obviously, the likes of Hullet and Vieira have always been on top. They naturally always will be. KDB is going to be a great one for an SBC, so his price would be dropped by now, but that obviously is an SBC price. Matuidi, great CDM slash kind of centre mid, but also has that 99 defending added to him as well. Bellingham team of the year, Rodri team of the year, Putellas, Bonmati, the whole shebang is always there. Then we always have the new cards, the Zicos, the Beckenbauers, your new ones with the Matthaus, the Sour SBC. So many very good options you can go with that there's not necessarily a need to just have a specific one, and I think Matthaus puts himself in the absolute middle. He's got a solid defensive playstyle plus in intercept. He's obviously got some good passing with pinged and also long ball pass. Then he's got the normal playstyles as well, which add to the extra layer of him. The stats are there, the roles are there. 4-star, like I said, I would have preferred a 5-star weak foot at a minimum, but beggars can't be choosers with this. I think it's more than fine to have that. Obviously, if you used to keep him on the basic, this is where he kind of comes in at. Now, I think for me, that is a stunning centre mid. To going into team of the season with a centre mid like this, I'll absolutely be happy. Now, you've always got to remember when you do look at the kind of team of the seasons, when we think of kind of last year, if we can go into the EFC 25, to be honest, I don't even know who was even in the Prem, because Prem was relatively quick. It was very much on hand very quickly. So if we go by the team of the season, which is there, we'll go with the normal team of the season. When you think of midfielders, you've obviously got the likes of Rice. You obviously have got a Rodri. Rodri will more than likely get an SBC this year, so that's even worse for midfielders because he's not going to be in team of the season. He realistically will be in a moments or a flashback because naturally that is how an injury season goes. But Rice is definitely going to be in it. And then if you look at someone like a Foden, if you then go further down for like a Palmer in the midfield, Odegaard was another great one, as well as McAllister. These ratings as well would be higher. Like, we're not going to get a 92. So they're going to be very much up there in the like 94s on the bottom cards. I don't see there being 91s in this unless they just make them triple play style pluses with a 91. You could see it, but it wouldn't necessarily make a great deal of sense. So already seeing that and thinking, well, okay, Matthaus has got to deal with that in literally like 2 weeks. His price will massively drop. So I wouldn't buy anybody over $1 million at this point, but maybe keep an eye on him for later. Like I said, with his 90 rated as well, just to reiterate with him, maybe put one in the club. 37,000 doesn't cost a bomb, but potentially either a profit for later on when he does get an evolution, or a potential evolution for yourself as well to save yourself 1 million coins. It's not a bad point when you've got the likes of Rooney, Matthaus. You've obviously got a Bale version as well. It could be worth having a look at. Now, for me, I think he's in the top meta still. I mean, he is Matthaus for a reason. He's great in the midfield, great in the DM, and just in general, great on the ball. So let me know down below what you think about him, and I'll catch you all for the next one. And hopefully, team of the season does come this Friday.